Hello YouTube, what's going on? So for today's video, we are going to be going over Jean. Jean is my third favorite character in the game. Number one is Kaching, and the second is Xiao, and then Jean. Jean just brings so much to the table. She heals, she cleanses, she does burst damage, she has control CC for small enemies. On top of that, like her group heal is just unmatched. Like it's just so good outside from Barbara's, but again, Barbara doesn't cleanse. So looking at Jean's stats right now, she's at 1,932, 23,000 attack, defense 840, no elemental mastery. Even though she's running a swirl build or a very decent build, she doesn't swirl enough to really utilize that swirl damage because that damage is already compensated through her bursts on her skill damage, so it's okay if you don't have any elemental mastery. The main stats that you want to focus on Jean is attack, because all of her heals scales off her attack, which is super good, as well as energy recharge. So her burst does come at an 80 energy cost, so that is quite high, especially for a 5-star character. But at level 70 talent, she gets 20% of that back, so probably like 15 to 20 energy back. So really it's 60 energy only at a 20-second cooldown. Crit rate, crit damage, as much as you want. That is completely up to you. And her ascension, she gets healing bonus, which is okay. It'd be nice if she actually got attack. And then since she is running a very decent set, she does want a Nemo bonus damage. Again, her multipliers are pretty good. Weapons right off the bat, the best slot for her right now should be Skyward Blade, because not only has a good high base attack too that scales off everything, versus a four-star sword, it only gives you like less than 500. You know, but a Skyward Blade gives you a pretty nice chunk of base attack. So super good, as well as the energy recharge that you want. Like it says, she already scales off her attack that you can get from her artifacts, which I will show you in a bit. But the reason why you want the energy recharge secondary stats is because to be consistent with her bursts for her burst uptime. If you're free to play, Festering Desire, super awesome weapon too. Like I said, her skill damage, her E is not something to sleep on too. So energy recharge increases the crit rate, increases the elemental damage on the skill. Perfect. Another one, like I said, if you have the budget or you have the weapons, like I said, another good one is Sacrificial Sword. It gives you the most energy recharge for secondary stats. And if you don't want to go energy recharge, you just want to stack attack and then change the Hourglass artifact to energy recharge to compensate. Flute, it's perfectly fine as well too. Jean works as a main DPS too. If you want to put her out there, use her skills, knock them away, chase them, throw them up in the air, she works too. There's nothing wrong with it. But if you do want to build her as a main DPS, Black Sword is a really good weapon. Not only gives you crit rate, it increases your normal and charge damage. So anytime you crit, it heals you too. And with Jean's passive, she has a 50% chance to heal 15% of her attack to the whole team too. So Black Sword, really super good. If you want to build her like that, like I said, the flute's there too. And then you could go Aquila Fofonia. Aquila Fofonia gives her the most damage output for a main DPS weapon. If you really want to push the crit stats and stuff like that, Primal Jade Spear, the crit rate is just unmatched. But again, this Jean build is to be versatile, to push her kit to what it is, to do burst damage, heal, spam the burst, cleanse, and do swirl and Nemo shreds. And the best weapon to do that is Skyward Blade. All right. So enough about weapons, artifacts. So you want her to be on a very decent set, especially if you are running any other elemental other than a Nemo on your set. If you're running full Nemo and you don't really utilize a elemental damage character on your party, then you just want to run 2 Viridescent, 2 Gladiator, or 2 Viridescent and 2 Noblesse. All right, so I'm putting as much crit damage, attack, and crit rate on her as I can. So this one had really good rolls for attack. So again, she does scale off attack, but it is missing some crit rate, which is fine. The energy recharge is also super good. The Hourglass, so she's on a attack percentage, crit rate, crit damage here. The HP and defense, they're just there. She doesn't really need it, which is super fine. But this is another thing. If you are running an attack secondary weapon, you could change this Hourglass to an energy recharge too. Goblet, I recommend Anemo damage. So Circlet, depending. If you don't have at least 50% crit chance, I do not recommend running a crit damage. I recommend running an attack circlet. Since my Jean has just enough crit rate to compensate the 50-50 to land a crit or not, she can utilize this crit damage. But if you don't have at least 50 to 60% crit rate, I do not recommend running a crit damage circlet. I would just recommend to stick with the attack circlet. In case you miss your crits, your attack, your non-crits will be pretty strong, so it'll make up the damage that you lack on the crit. Alright, so Constellation, my Constellation Jean is currently in Constellation 1. This one is super good. It does help you pull them in faster, so you can toss them up, and it does 40% increase extra damage. There's at least a 1 second hold, so make sure you have stamina if you're going to do this. Second constellation, this is the constellation where I kind of want her at, but ultimately Constellation 4. This boost is really nice, given that if you run Jean in a party, just make sure she absorbs the particle, and then she's going to give the whole party a movement speed and attack speed for 15% for 15 seconds. So you pretty much can just have this 100% uptime, given her elemental skills on a 6-second cooldown. So the reason why, if anything, if I was to get her a Constellation 4, this would be the dream, because I do run a lot of Nemo characters. I run basically all of them except the main character. So I run Jean, Sucrose, Shell, and Venti. So if she can just have this, I could be doing way more damage, given that Shao is one of my main carries. So this would definitely help. But until then, just use what you have. Constellation 6, again, this is basically like having Beto's ultimate or Sing Cho's rain swords on you to reduce the damage. But you got to be in the field, or if you leave, you can only take this effects for 3 attacks or 10 seconds. So literally, it's almost like rain sword, but it's just that it doesn't heal you when you take the damage, and you got to be in there. So you can go in and out until it disappears. Still super good overall, given that if you're going to be in there, it's going to be shredding, so you could do more damage. And if it's picking up your generate particles at the same time, you're just going to be moving really fast and attacking really fast. So her constellations are pretty good. It's not broken, but it's super good. All right, so moving on to talents. So only level this one. I do not recommend leveling the normal attack skills past 6 unless you are building her straight for main DPS physical build. Simply given that she uses all the same materials, or the boss materials, same as Bennett and Duluck in them. So these plumes are really scarce across them, given that all 3 characters are super good in this game, especially Duluck and Bennett. So be very careful how you use your plumes. So I do not recommend leveling up her normal attack past 6 unless you are building her physical damage. But since I use Jean everywhere, she's just irreplaceable to me, I decided to use my resources to pump her to 9. I will not crown her until I finish crowning Xiao and Kenching. So until then, she will stay at 9 because I don't have Constellations 2. She's not at level 12. But at level 9, her elemental skill does 496 damage, and her burst does 722 damage. So it's really hard to see this elemental burst damage given how the animation camera angle exits away. So you don't really see this damage, but it's there. It's a really nice multiplier. It's a constant Anemo wall, so they come in and out. You could throw them, they'll take the damage. The healing, like I said, the constant healing, just staying in there, it heals the whole party. So it's not like Diona or Bennett's healing where it only heals the current active character or only one character. Jean's healing, they heal the entire party. So as long as your party member is alive, they'll get Jean's healing. The other bad thing is that it's on a 20-second cooldown and a 80 energy cost. So that's why the energy recharge is really good. But her level 70 talent, it gives you 20% of its energy back after using the burst, which is super good. Another talent is that she has a 50% chance using her normal auto attack. She can heal 15% of her attack to all the party members. So it's like Noelle when Noelle has her shield up. And then the final passage that she has is that she has a chance to do perfect cooking to obtain double the product. So if you're all about that food life, Jean can help you with that. So you basically just need Jean as your main healer, the main DPS, and the other 2, anything else you want, anything else you need. Whether to finish the Elemental Resonance buff, sub DPS, off-screen DPS, CC, an extra healing, shield, anything you want. You just need 2. You just need Jean for the healer, and you just need a main DPS, and anything else flies. So if you hold her elemental skill long enough at C1, this is how much damage it does. 21,206. So without using the elemental skill hold damage for 40% additional damage from her C1, this is how much damage it does on just a tap. 17,000. Talking about energy recharge is at 172% energy recharge. This is how much energy particles she can fill with the burst with just the tap. Generates 2 or 3 particles every tap, and as you can see, even with 172% energy recharge, that's how small she's getting it. It's like barely anything. See how slow it feels? So if I didn't have 170% energy recharge, it would be way slower than that. Again, that's really important why you want to run another Nemo character to battery supplement her. So again, I pair her with Xiao, so Xiao has 3 charges at C1. Just swap back to Jean and she'll absorb all of that, and she should have her burst in no time. So at 817 HP, she's gonna use her burst to heal right here. So he heals almost around 14,000 HP at the burst, and it heals 1,390 per tick. And then right at the end of that burst, as you can see, she already got a little bit of her 20% of her burst filled back up. So that cuts down the time and energy that she needs to get her burst back up. Alright, so if you start off the Spiral Abyss like this, right? It's like they're all spread apart. Just use Jean's elemental skill, just reposition them and just throw them all together. So same thing again, as long as you have stamina, you can just reposition them. Just pull them back up and just throw them all together. So if you're fighting these assassins in Spiral Abyss, she's just super good. She can just toss them up even if they're invincible. They'll just take fall damage. It's just so... Jean is like the only character that can really just do that with like super ease. And then as you lock them up like that, they can't use their skills. So they're not gonna go invincible. They're not gonna summon all these stupid annoying flies or these shields. Jean can just pretty much just lock them up. So do charge attack, knock them up, and then pull them, and then throw them in the air. And they're dead. Like that. If you're defending on 11-2, right? You can just pull them up and just hold them up, and they can't do anything. They'll just take fall damage as soon as they land. And if that one's away, you can just pull him like that, and then he'll go right into Venti's ult. And you don't have anything to worry about anything. And then just pull them back up again, just hold. That. He can't do anything. He's not gonna go invincible. And swirl off that again, and then just pull him back up. You can do this all day. You don't have to worry about any time. And he's dead already. So she's just super good in Spiral Abyss, especially now that they're throwing a lot of those Fatui's assassins in the Spiral Abyss rotations. She's just so good. Again, just hold them together, cancel out their skills, pull out the flies with them, just throw them in the air. Lock them down again. Running double and Nemo, again, that 5% adds up really fast. Now the cool thing is that Jean, she can pick Boba and all of Klee's bombs. So you pull them together, you can pull them all together like that. Even if they think they got you covered, nope. See that we're slowly healing Kaching with Jean's passive. It's really small, so it's not reliable. Alright, round 2. Just pull them. They'll cancel them out. I believe they patched it. You can't throw them together as much as she's just gonna teleport over there. So I don't know why they decided to do that. It's a little annoying, but guess we're just gonna have to kill her here. So just swirl everything, freeze everything. We don't have pyro for her, but as long as we don't let her shield, it should be okay. It's as simple as that. Alright, so everybody's gotta love these rune guards, alright? Really high resist. But if you're running an elemental team, you want to utilize Jean's Very Descent. So this is the classic. That's one down. And look at that, she already has a burst back up already. And the rotation starts again, but we'll just knock him down. But the match is basically over. But yeah, so without further ado, that is how I play my Jean. I just love her. There is a trick for her that you can do, you know, the double fall damage and stuff like that. It's out there everywhere. I just wanted to give you my Jean build video, given that she's my third favorite character. I was just like, you know, why not? You know, she's in a pretty good, strong state now, so I thought I'd give her some more attention and some love that she deserves, given that she's a permanent slot. But yeah, let me know down in the comments what you guys like to see next. And as always, thank you again for watching. And I'm Yugen. And until next time, peace.